Hey everybody, it's the Last Robo Kai here, and it's time for another episode of Fate's Samurai Remnant. Last time we ended a chapter with the slaying of Tsuchimikado Yasuhiro at the hands of Chiamon, or more particularly at the pointed spear tip end of Jeanne d'Arc. And I gotta say, I'm incredibly jealous, getting murdered by someone who's incredibly famous in history. We all kind of wish it would happen, but it won't, because they're famous after they die most of the time. But it does
intend to live forever, thank you.
True as well. I will never be assassinated, says man shortly before being assassinated by life. But we do have a lot of questions that have been raised in the aftermath. For example, Tsuchimikado Yasuhiro called out to Ryder. Ryder did not turn up. We've also got the fate of Dorothea, who lured Assassin away and Musashi followed. We have to find out what's happened with them as well. So that's going to be the crux of today's episode. Plus, we're rounding out the Arya story. Today is the final Arya digression.
Never mind, I'm not gonna live forever, I'm gonna die today.
It's the culmination of all the silly shit that we have been doing for Arya up to this point. And I'm joined, reluctantly, by Cool Guy.
I won't die by gun or anything like that, I'll just die by pure fucking cringe.
He'll die by Fox cringe. It'll be like that. It'll be the end of Metal Gear Solid 1. Fox! Cringe! Let's get stuck straight in.
一連の騒動は少なからぬ犠牲を払いながら首謀者土帝康弘の命をもって幕を引いた。だが新たな火種はここに。命が燃え月が満ち行き義は終わりへと近づく。
Deep fear. Deep fear.
土帝何がしは倒れた。無事にはぐれの一件も片付いた。ここにいたり思い起こされるのはサーバント、英雄、英傑たちの鮮烈なる死に様ばかり。誇り高きアーチャー、己が友と婿の民を守って散った男。はぐれのバーサーカー、微笑みを残していった混合の異常符。
Isn't exactly how it happened, but I'm cool with it.
すでに倒れた頃合いか。
This is pretty much a given. Regardless of Dorothea's fate, Assassin cannot stay in the world without a master. So if she killed him, he's out. If he killed her, he's out.
勝利を手にしていたならば、再び俺の日々はなぐのだろう。
何暗い顔してるの、兄ちゃん。さっき朝毛を食べたばっかりでしょうに。あ、もしかして足りなかった？
かや。案ずるな。腹は朽ちくなった。お前こそよく食べなさい。
心配しなくたってちゃんと食べてます。小さい子みたいに言わないで。そのうち。
Somehow we never get a moment where Seba's like, yeah, you're eating for two right now, and everybody just goes, excuse me. Never happens. Never happens. It feels like such an easy one to make too.
It does feel like one that's being softballed in there.
あれなんだどうして私が
You passing out over there? You're supposed to not have to sleep.
立花
You're passing out. Also, you're crying. It's both.
あの日あの時私は涙を知って多くを知った。 悲哀を知った。異教のタケルたちを切った折に得たものも、そう、悲しみなのだと。そして私の涙は枯れ果てた。ああ、妻よ、我が妻よ。私は二度と泣くことはない。そのはずだったのに。
The events of Fate Samurai Remnant have such a profound effect on Saber that even being summoned elsewhere become like a profound part of Saber's spirit origin, and so Saber remembers all of it.
こんなにも。
Takes a lot for something like that to happen.
That feels like the understatement of the millennium.
Especially since Fate Granddaughter also reveals that like that goddamn sword of Saber's also makes Saber a lot dumber upon summoning.
無用の心配だ。サーバントは本来眠らぬものなのだ。いおりこそ寝不足に見えるぞ。
確かに事実寝不足だ。ここに至って開き直れるほど俺の肝は太くないようだ。
Literally nobody can do
サー
without
バント
sleep,
ならざる
so,
身
you
は
know,
難儀だ
I
な。
bet you give yourself a break there,
くれ
Iori.
ぐれも。
Yeah, if Gilgamesh couldn't do it, who could?
Yeah, seriously though. As important to your constitution as
Iori.
being. That's what sleeping is.
一つ尋ねる。
なんだ改まって。
願望期にかける君の願いは。 昨
I'm
日
curious about this
に
myself.
も尋ねられていたな。
Mm-hmm. Gotta wish for something.
私も
And
聞いてみたか
doesn't
った
feel like he's thought about it that much.
君は
Especially considering that normally Iori is a very thoughtful person. Like, he's just sort of been avoiding the question.
それはただの展望だ。己が手では叶わぬものを望んでいいというのなら。
Because the joke is that's actually what he became. Historically, he became quite a decent administrator as far as I'm aware. He's got a statue that's still around, so that's pretty impressive.
わずともきっと幸せになろう。セイバーこそ
Usually, if you do a pretty shit job, everyone rips your statue down and throws it in the
己の
river.
願いは思い出せたか。
Like, his statue, like, I'm genuinely not familiar with his statue, but it would have been around for, what, like 400 years at this point? Like that's a damn fine run.
私自身にも
Well, either it was built then or built later to commemorate him. So either way, it's still, you know.
I mean, 300 to 400 years, whatever. It's like, I doubt it was built, like, after Perry showed up.
英月の儀を続けさせてはならない。
Perry actually demanded they build a statue of Miyamoto Iori.
Just started reading the histories, and he was just like, man, that
It
dude
was
a
a
badass.
translation error. It was a translation error, English to Dutch from Dutch to Japanese. So the funny things about that meeting that a lot of people don't realize is apparently obviously nobody spoke English and nobody spoke Japanese, you know, on the sides. So they had to sort of work by having people who spoke Dutch work as the intermediaries.
脅かす者こそ英月ならば止め
It's a true story.
誰あろう私が私の剣にかけて
So I always highly recommend people see the movie Samurai Marathon. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, because it opens with that sequence of like Commodore Perry and his dudes sitting on the beach with the Japanese officials and them just like,
召喚に応じた
what are they saying?
お前は英月を切るという。それでいいのか。
それでいい良いのだ聞いて驚けこれほどまでに思い出せぬ願いならばおそらく取るに足りぬものなのだ故に私は
Again, first time in a long while we've seen Saber smile like that for anything but food.
わかった。お前がいいならば。
Yeah, I'd say Saber's tears at that moment perhaps were the sadness, knowing that at some point this was all going to end.
終わらせねばな。
I imagine that that is something that kind of occurred to me. I don't remember precisely when, but it was around like episode 15 or so when we were talking about more about the nature of servants and how ultimately fleeting what is going on here is. And yet how much fun we see servants having, especially Saber, for example, just being alive. And pretty much unless you're Musashi, like you're laboring under the perception that very, very soon all of that is going to end and you are going to have absolutely nothing you can say or do about it.
And you may forget it too.
And you may forget everything as well. It's just like, okay, that's a lot to take in for anybody.
And that was an upgrade we should have done a long time ago. That now we can just change who the servant accompanying us is at any given moment. I'm just looking through here, thinking, do I want to? Because I gotta bake some gems at some point in order to like unlock some more stuff.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. You have to make like 15 gems or something like that.
始めよう。
Yeah, and it all happens sort of passively in the background after you set it to do it.
Just recycle a bunch of garbage, get a bunch of garbage, recycle the garbage into gems, and hope that's enough.
Yeah, basically.
I certainly don't have a better option. Like, to a large extent, there is an issue with the game design of these sorts of things, wherein it would be super nice if any of them would ever like point at one of the items that you have, like for example those transparent ambers, right? And just flatly tell you to 100% the game or whatever the primary goal would be, you will never need more than, for example, 35 of these. Like, great, wonderful. Then I can just use anything over 35 of these and we're fine. Like, that would be fantastic. But nobody ever does something like that. Like, it feels like that should be something that we as a race have understood, that this is how we want to interact with games, but nobody's ever done that stuff.
丹念に手入れしよう。
And likely nobody ever will, because
Turns to Dev's point guns, do it, motherfucker.
I mean, up until we have, you know, a gun held to a developer's head or something like that, I don't think we're ever going to do it, because frankly, it sounds like a lot of guess and check work. To ensure what's going on with those goals, and they might change, so you have to basically do it last. You know, last when you're trying to desperately fix bugs and get everything else done.
ここにいたか。その姿、ドロテア殿の手のものか。ドロテア殿は無事か。アサシンは倒されたようだが。お嬢様は亡くなられた。
Hilarious. I won't
自分
mourn.
の命を用いてアサシンを止めた。
そうか。
A human going up against a servant was likely never going to end any differently.
Yeah. Like, I sort of figured that was the way it was going to end, and also Dorothea wasn't exactly the best person on the planet anyway. So, frankly, hilarious.
連れて行くのは許さないわ。
We'll get to learn more about Dorothy and her motivations when we get to play some digressions as her and Assassin during New Game Plus.
あなたのなすすべてに先を持つ。
And get to sort of see the explanation as to what drove the wedge between them, and also to learn the true name of Assassin, since the game just immediately like throws it in your lap and tells you to shut up.
異教であれ、婿の民を守るは貴族の定め。そのようにおっしゃって、お嬢様は我が身を捧げ、民と町をお救いになられた。
And this has all happened because we chose to continue to pursue Yasuhiro. In New Game Plus, we will choose to pursue Assassin, and as a result of that, Rogue Saber will perish.
Yep. Sounded correct. Like Rogue Saber was definitely on the back foot when we ran into him on our path.
It also means Chimon absolutely gets the kill regardless of whether you're there or not. I think a lot of that just stems from the fact that he was smart enough to not walk straight through the front door, very loudly swinging a sword around, and just sort of slipped in and then went, "Hey, Lancer, gank."
Kill that one!
It really does need to be stressed. Lancer is an incredibly powerful servant. Even in a non-ruler function, Jeanne d'Arc is quite strong.
Have we been introduced to Giovanni before? I'm curious why the white
I feel like we've seen him at least once elsewhere.
I don't remember this cat. Like that doesn't mean anything. I could have just forgotten, but
I'll likely see him again going through the story again in New Game Plus.
For sure.
So if I do, I'll note it.
鍵を用いてとおっしゃったがその司祭はわからん
どこかに器を置いて
But yes, with the demise of Dorothea, her resources are now turned to her men assisting Iori, which is a bit of a boon, really.
Works out really well for Iori, yeah.
奴は一時Tsuchimikadoの屋敷を新たな根城にしただがつい宣告のこと
Oh, this should be good.
遅かったな。
危うくかの陰陽師に操られるところでした。
まさか貴殿の冗談を聞ける日が来るとは。随分と堂に行った芝居ぶりだったが、傷の修復にもかなりの手間がかかった。一時とはいえ、私の魔力がそこを打とうとは。さすがは神秘殺しの刃。恐れ入ったライダー。
So that's one of the first major hints we've gotten to Ryder's identity, Mystic Slayer.
ああでもしなければTsuchimikadoを出し抜くことはできんと。
何？貴殿に倣ってくだらぬ冗談を口にしてみただけだ。それよりもこれを見よ、ライダー。
英傑の器。
そうだ。Tsuchimikadoが隠し持っていた。これなる器。英霊の魂を回収するための入れ物だが。
Unless I'm mistaken, the Holy Grail generally only manifests once enough servants have been slain, but in the case of the Wax Moon Vessel, it looks like it always physically existed. And so Tsuchimikado was able to hold on to it, and likely his plan was to brainwash enough servants that he could just bring them over, get them to kill themselves, and then he'd just have his wish. But because too many servants didn't get taken over, he had to fight.
Yep, plan B.
Because I'm pretty sure the rogue servants don't count for that. Their magical energy wouldn't be enough, I don't think.
That is an interesting topic, simply because they're bound to the land. So ostensibly their energy would return directly to the land? Question mark? I don't know.
Yeah,
this seems very much like it's magic. I ain't gotta explain shit.
Yeah, there's more Abe clan hinting.
ああ、むしろ生命どもであればもっとうまくやりましょ
う。ならば私がうまくやろう。これは正しく使われるべき代物だ。余人に渡すわけにはいかぬ。一刻も早く英霊の魂を集めなければ。
お前
面白い話をしている。
Gee, only like one guess as to who question is. Yeah.
集めなければ。
今さら何の用向きだ、知恵門殿。貴殿らはいたずらに15期目を襲い、あろうことか逃げられた。己が失態を分かっているのか。
あの娘が欲しかったのはお前とて同じだろうが。それで用向きだったか。わざわざ答えずとももう分かっているはずだ。英月の器をよこせ。唯小説。
Cool. Good to know that lasted all of 15 seconds.
貴殿こそランサーの魂を差し出して去れ。ここで命までは取らぬ。宗意見先生が守らんとした民の生き残り、できれば切らずに済ませたい。
マスター、
つまらん冗談だ。自ら願いを捨てるアホがどこにいる。
よい、ライダー。ここは引く。貴殿ならばランサーはいつでも切れる。
承知。
I take it strategy game matchups aren't usually a thing in Fate, so the idea of a rider killing a lancer isn't quite as laughable as it might seem at first glance, huh?
I mean, Fate Grand Order has like a rock paper scissors thing for quite a few different servants. I think in this particular case, they probably decided it would be a bad idea to kick off a fight inside the Tsuchimikado residence.
That's really good tatami, okay? It's really good tatami.
It would attract quite a lot of attention, particularly from the Tokugawa, and considering one is a revolutionary and the other one wants revenge, I don't think either of them want to draw the eye of the Tokugawa right now. It's never explicitly stated, but it just struck me as not a sensible idea.
Well, Chiamon outright admits that Jeanne d'Arc would get trounced by whatever rider is.
Yeah, well, if Rogue Saber is to be believed, the entire reason why he was summoned was to take care of Ryder.
Right, yeah, like...
There is something
So
going on
that
in that
stands.
suit of armor, and it is not good. Enough to be able to resist the effects of the spell that Tsuchimikado Yasuhiro cast. Hello, Giovanni. One of those rare instances where a person spying on the things actually gets to hear all the information and doesn't get murdered afterwards.
Jesus.
知恵門とランサーが
I
来
mean,
た。
I thought, like, in any other game, that would have been what happened, because he says out loud, I have to do this immediately.
よく命を保って。
Full invitation to get overheard saying, I have to do this immediately.
貴殿は今
Yeah,
頃
see, they're even saying, like, dude, if
Yeah.
you wanted spotted you, you'd be
That
dead.
dude was going to kill you big
その
time.
まま
Yeah, they'd have no idea what was going on.
義に幕が下りたかもしれん。故にこたびのことを感謝する。
私はここまでだ。お嬢様のためにせいぜい力を尽くせ。
Honestly, Giovanni, for like your overall stake in this, you've already gone way above and beyond.
Yep. That just goes to show the loyalty they had towards Dorothea. And we'll get to see a different side to her soon. You know, New Game Plus soon.
Sure.
さあ、猶予を追うぞ。急がねば、奴が英月を目覚めさせるぞ。
小説が
What's the rush precisely? Like we've already determined that they're not going to activate the waxing moon until more servants are dead.
So it's a question of, if you give a mage enough time to make preparations for something, the more time they have to make something really nasty.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Time does favor Shosetsu simply because Shosetsu's a better mage than anybody else on the field at this point.
うむ。悪くない心地だ。
Maybe Kirke. Like you can go basically tell Kirke to go have fun with with Shosetsu's plans, and she probably considered that the most amusing thing she's been told in hundreds of years.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. But look, we got everyone back. They can help us out again.
I want a diversion of that. Just like Kirke's wild ride.
Kirke just pranking Ryder out of existence.
Kirke and Ryder go to White Castle.
Oh dear. I feel like if you're doing like a stoner road trip movie though, you kind of have to have Arya there. I feel like it's a mistake to not have Arya there.
That's a true story though.
Most of this other stuff really does just require like extraneous stuff like workshop upgrades and battle recollections and stuff. So I will be doing battle recollections a great deal off camera, but look, it's been a while.
Speaking of her,
and you can sort of see on the map, Rogue Lance is down there as well. We'll get to him next episode.
The other fox just walking away. Oh, taking a nap because it knows it's gonna be here a while.
They're never gonna explain that thing, I don't think.
I mean, considering that Arya is a Tamamo, I don't feel like it requires any explanation.
だよね、アリアさん。
かや、お前どうして？
Cause she's paying attention.
知らないの、兄ちゃん。アリアさんと私、仲良しなんだよ。
You should definitely pick your friends better, Kaya.
I don't know, they vibe.
When does this happen? Like, better question, how do we undo it? Because there are certain people who are bad influences, and she is definitely a bad influence.
私たちだけの秘密でしょ？あ、そっか。それじゃあ、だから。
That's right, Kai. You can tell us if she's your dealer.
よくわからない。
We're 420 friendly. We don't care about that. Like, she's dangerous because of a bunch of other shit.
にかく。兄ちゃんは江戸で一番美しいお皿をアリアさんに渡すこと。そんじょそこらのお皿じゃアリアさんは満足しないんだから。ねえ。ねえ。
I hate this. I hate this so much.
Well, as much as you hate it, I'm pretty sure Iori hates it more.
Yeah, he's the one getting teamed up on.
血眼で探すほかあるまいな。
ああ、待っていろアリア。貴殿をうならせる皿、必ずや見つけてみせよ
う。Very strong vibes of being backed into a corner.
But this is the final challenge, so we're finally going to discover what the heck's been going on with Arya at this point.
I'm probably gonna hate it.
私の求める美しいもの。
So no hints. Well, okay, actual hints, but you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like there's the jumping firefly that literally leads us around by the nose, but you know, beyond that, no hints.
Beyond that, no hints.
ちょっとあんた聞いたかい？寛永寺に出た化け物のこと。
散々暴れ回って辺り一帯を瓦礫に変えたって話だろ。大方火事やなんかじゃないのかね。
True.
の正体見たり金をばなってな。
I mean, we'll have a digression to do down in that area as well, related to that sort of a concept. There's a lot of digressions. We're gonna be like digressioning for like the next like 3 episodes, maybe even a little bit more.
I'm fine with that actually, because like the main story in this game is a lot. The digressions give it some good breathing room.
ごめん。皿を見せてくれ。
ああ、ちょっと待って。ん？あんたは？
君、イオリを知っているのか？
その目、その刀。ああ、こりゃ間違いない。あんた、掛け字。
Okay, I was gonna say like a butter up like that can go one of 2 ways, and neither of them are neutral.
こりゃ仏様のお導きかもしれん。
Our one fan.
あんたどうか頼まれちゃ
It's like the thing in Oblivion, only this guy is actually
もの
useful.
のけを追っ払ってくれ。
もののけ貴殿怪異を見たのか。
ああ、町の外れでな。ありゃこの世のもんじゃねえ。頼むよ。もしもののけを追っ払ってくれたらこの店の
It's a good trade.
何でもあんたにやるからさ。
Suits me. Like that's a proper barter right there.
これは良い話ではないかより。
放っておくわけにもな。向かうぞ。
Yeah, just gonna do something we've already done.
Yeah,
we've already been doing
like-
constantly.
If he would have just told you, you would have done it for free. So whatever. Yo, boss.
そうだ。
God damn.
残らず収めよう。また
It's a lot of
We'll be
cuckoo.
seeing him again shortly.
That's heartening. Like everything boss asks us to do is at least amusing.
So for that one, we actually get
驚いたぜ。
get ourselves a bit of a piece of weapon. And it's a pretty good piece of weapon.
Whoa!
Quite an upgrade. I remember the higher the general stat of the main stat, the less you have to invest in boosting it to the maximum, because there is like a maximum ceiling on the amount of power you could put into a particular item's main stat. You're limited by the number of the little hammers there.
義のもたらす
Ah, of course. No truer vengeful spirit for me to face than a new way.
Shit. I look forward to like sometime in New Game Plus when you're just so ridiculously powerful, you just walk up to a new way and there's like 5 seconds of void stance shenanigans and then it just falls over. I feel like even I will feel the catharsis at that point.
Well, I'm definitely gonna like turn up the difficulty level just like one notch for the game for New Game Plus, since you know that'll actually make things a little challenging.
Ah.
わかりました。
Ooh, good interrupt.
Because we haven't really used Rogue Gotcha, you know, that much.
頼む。
I mean, there's a good reason for that. Like an episode or two after we met him, he ended up under mind control and was suddenly unavailable.
Yeah, and we didn't have like the, you know, change the servant whenever you want thing upgraded until this episode, which was kind of a bit of a mistake on my part, but you know.
Wait, does that override the mind control thing?
No.
Okay.
But it basically meant I would have been able to like use him for a little bit without like having to go back to base.
Oh, I see. So, like you would have been able to, like, in the middle of a digression, just be like, okay, now we're gonna screw with Rogue Archer for a little bit.
Yeah. That's definitely the look of someone who's about to get like hit by 1,000 things.
Well, it's also nothing less than that jackass deserves. Later, douchebag.
よし、あの男に知らせてやろう。
No one will miss you.
And because we've used Rogacha as well, Rogacha is now available to use in Battle Recollections. That's the other thing too, like, that was something they didn't add straight away. That was something that came, like, in an update before the first DLC came out. That was just like, hey, we heard everyone wanted to, like, you know, do these recollections as different characters. And so we've changed it.
Sure.
And that's why when I do the Battle Recollections, I'm going to ask people which characters they'd like to just see me do fights with. I'll give everyone a full list of the actual, like, Battle Recollection fights, and then I'll just do it as whatever character people want.
あんたらお互いやしねえさ。
I don't know if I'll hold a poll or if I'll just take suggestions.
Everybody just screaming at you in the comments for something actually productive for once. Sure.
And I'll use that as the background for whenever you're guessing which servant is which.
ライダーの気に入る皿もあるだろう。
うちの皿を誰かに送るのかい？あんたもなかなか趣味がいいね。
Very, very worth noting. Did you notice we actually have, even though the game never formally acknowledged it, we have fox masks in our inventory that Saber has purchased. So
Wonderful.
It's not even the same. It's not even the same mask. Saber went and bought an identical mask. That fucking cracks me up so much.
Just a million of these.
This dopey little gremlin.
なあ しみ
I'm just kind of wondering if like certain key items carry over into New Game Plus, and if so, does that mean we're just gonna like keep getting fox masks?
I mean, typically the way that sort of thing works is you do it exclusionary style. So like these particular key items cause a problem, so we're removing them. Everything else can stay.
ごめんなさい、いおり様。
That's why Frog always lost his badass Masamune in Chrono Trigger, because that was a key item that would have really screwed up everything if he kept it.
Yeah.
どれも素敵なお皿ですけ
I'm
ど。
just wondering if we can stack overflow enough fox masks. Crash the game. I just gotta beat the game 1,000 times, and I reckon.
You got like maybe we can automate that. Maybe that's finally the thing that generative AI is good at, generating a clear pathway for this goddamn game.
I just leave it running whenever I go to work, and just come back and see how many fox masks I've got at the end.
Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna work.
Yeah.
姫は何が気に入らぬのか。
この辺りで出回るような器では趣味に
That's not true, Iori.
ならば
Just you need to go into your house or something.
それならそれなら。
Or, perhaps,
はどうです？
if you're going to be buying something for someone with eccentric tastes, you should go to the store where the person who's running it
Oh,
has eccentric
fantastic!
tastes.
She's sending you to boss. That's so good. I love this as much as Saber hates it.
確か。
I did say we would be seeing him again shortly, and I didn't just mean like when we do his digressions.
なんだ。兄ちゃんちゃんと知ってたんだね。
Yeah, and of course Kaya totally doesn't know the answer to this because she's totally
いや
unaffiliated
でも耳に入ってくるさ
with Arya at
あ
this
そこ
point.
の若旦那ともまあ
We've been acquainted before, understatement of the year.
そうなの？ならなおさらあそこのお皿を持ってってあげてよ。実はアリアさん、あのお店の品揃えがずっと。
And what? She's too stoned and frickin' boss takes one look at her and says, "Out!"
なかなかお店。
Yeah, okay, she's scared of boss. I can actually vibe with that?
ちょっとわかるぞ。 気持ち。
He's very intimidating.
Yeah, like I don't know. I like it because boss is interesting, but I can definitely see how he's a bit too much for certain stoners.
やれやれ。
Just looking at him is a bad trip.
猫だろうと若旦那だろうと借りられる手であれば借りるまで。
So off we go.
お願い。私の
Deep fear. Like just go to boss and pick out what you want. Cockadoodle doo. What's up, dude?
今日はまた一段と物欲しげな顔をしているな。
分かってくれるか実は
ほう、我が店の皿に目をつけるとははぐれのライダーとやらそれなりに目が利くか。
Good way to phrase it.
ここに飾ってあるのか？どんな皿なのだ？
おそらくこれのことだろう。
これはなんとも味わい。
And also a fox motif. So yeah, I buy it.
なるほど確かに
我が皿を欲するか。 ならばそう、これくらいは支度してみせよ。
Like 8 gorillion. Yeah, 1 million. Okay.
One gorillion.
1 gorillion.
Help.
なんだその顔は。まさかこの値が意外
It's a
な
tasteful piece, and you're getting it from the best place in the
価
city.
値あるものには敬意を払え。礼さえ知らぬ雑
I
誌
love that line so much. Medalist Mongols will have no plates from me.
So boss.
だがそうだな。
The voice actor for boss is so on point. Jana!
Yeah, a lot of the voice actors for the Fate franchise just nail it so well.
俺の像を掘り
Oh ho!
ただ掘ればいいというものではない。我が至高の肉体美を
What a well-written digression this is all around. Just like there's so much tit for tat going on, and the tit for tat makes so much sense.
やらんこともない。
Like you want something of beauty to impress a rogue spirit, so you have to go craft a thing of beauty to impress a rogue spirit. Like that's basically what, or a heroic spirit. Like that's basically the conversation we just had. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, and so, like, he doesn't acknowledge any that you've previously carved and sold, so I just held off on doing anything making for a boss until now, and are you ready for these inputs?
Alright.
And that timer.
Oh lord, okay. I see what you were talking about when you were comparing this to Helldiver stratagems.
But we did get one first go. Failure to do all of them perfectly will result in non-boss related statues. And there we go. I sat there for a while afterwards, like, making more statues.
こたびのみだ。こたびのみ。貴様らの懐具合を考慮して。
He actually repeated just this once in Japanese for what that's worth. Like, he was really emphatic about that.
よく来たな、雑種。
We do need to go into the menu to buy it. So let's just sell all these extra things I made.
Good lord.
I had, That's what he says when you give him his, the ones made in his likeness. Alright, let's go, let's get that plate.
Fine plate, 1,000. Alright.
We'll just buy all the rest of the stuff as well.
扱えよ。丁重に持っていけ。持って丁重に扱えよ。
Might as well.
I mean, clearly you're able to make a profit on those, even if your wrist hates it.
Thanks to the sheer amount of, like, just button inputs I've been doing in a lot of games lately, it wasn't actually too bad.
Alright. This actually feels like it'll work.
ほうほう、これはなかなか。いかがですかな、アリアさん？とっても
Alright, there we go.
頂戴いたしますわね、いおり様。
やれやれ、ようやくか。こたびは特に
It objectively wasn't. You just hate boss.
walking towards Babylonia, knowing that you're going to talk to boss, is a lot like walking, like the, to your death.
Walking through the gates of hell in the footsteps of Dante.
では、早速やりましょうか、アリアさん。カヤ様。この
Her determined face.
Kaya-sama, no less.
決めましたの。
Her determined face is so adorable. I want to pinch those cheeks.
It looks way more stoned than determined, but whatever.
Determined stoned.
Determined.
Stone determined.
お許しくださいまし、お二人とも。
また秘密か。
Just a hard cut to the inside of Arya's brain and the sound of, like, a flatlining heart monitor.
Yeah.
君が何を企もうと私の知ったところではないが、 カヤを巻き込むとなれば話は別だ。もしカヤの身に何かあれば
Like, not even death will save you from me.
大丈夫ですよ、セイバーさん。私危ないことなんてしてません。それにタクラムだなんてお友達を悪く言うなら怒っちゃいますからね。
私たちはただ君を
Oh, it's we.
Uh-huh.
セイバー。こういう時のカヤは
Listen when she gets like this.
まあ
Sage
でも
advice.
分別のつく年頃なんだ。大丈夫だと言っている以上心配
Chill
は
out,
無用だろ
だがそれで危険な目に遭えばどうする。先日も
う。アリアの少年は俺たちも見てきたはずだ。確かに妙で
Harmless?
掴みどころのないやつではあるがいたずらにカヤを
Bit like impot like she can't defend herself. That's the sort of person I know Arya as. I'm sorry.
Can't reach her own sword.
Yeah.
カヤを危ない目に遭わせないと誓ってくれるか、アリア。
無論です。
Considering what they're about to do, like this entire like conversation is so funny to me.
命令の端くれですもの。
You're a heroic spirit that can't throw hands!
どうか
Yeah, but she can buff Kaya up and Kaya can throw hands.
わかった。ならばカヤは一時
I get where Saber's coming from. I'll leave it at that.
様ったら
A part of me now just wants to see Kaya like super buffed by Arya judo throwing someone. I'm sorry.
Just gets buffed and she flexes and just bursts out of her kimono.
ではカヤ様参りましょう。はーい。
良いのか、イオリ。
Gonna have to be.
今は
He's building this up so much.
それにもし彼女がカヤに危害を加えるつもりだったならばとうに行っているだろう。だから放っておいて問題ないと思う。
Yeah, that whole logic of she would have done it a while ago is no comfort whatsoever, but it makes for a fine thing to say when you can't do anything about the situation anyway.
アリア、一体何の用だ。俺だけをここに呼び出して。
ええ、いおり様。私ね、これまで数えきれないほど美しいものを集めてまいりましたわ。けれど、どんなに綺麗な絵画も彫像もこの心を満たしてはくれなかった。けれどね、この街で一等美しいものをようやく
I'm gonna die of cringe. She's gonna kill me from
見
cringe.
つけられたので
Because she's so cringe.
I like put my hand out in front of you. Let her cringe, okay?
Cringe.
それで貴殿の見つけたものとは。
私は
Yep.
様の心が欲しいの。
Fox girl wants a husband.
Super
で
cringe.
一等美しいあなたの心が
俺の心？どういう意味だ。
月のように鋭く刃のように澄んだ心を私の色に染め上げて
I saw this coming and it still didn't make it any less painful.
セイバーも近くには。どうすれば。
Oh
この
please.
窮地をどう
Like you couldn't handle her
宮本
yourself.
伊織。
Just don't let her get close to you. Damn it.
染め上げてしまえたらと最初は思っていたのですけれど、いおり様は夜空の真っ白いお月様、決して誰の色にも染まらないから 美しいのです。
Robert Frost, you ain't, lady.
すまないアリア、話が見えないんだが。
I'm sorry, Arya, but I'm a protagonist in a Fate franchise story. I don't understand.
いおり様は
It was a really shitty metaphor
さ
anyway.
ればいい。さ、こちらへいらして。
I'd like to see you paint the moon, smart guy.
お見せしたい
Angrily hands you paintbrush. Paint it. Go on then.
Hastily makes paintball railgun.
Gonna need more paint than just the tin. But yes, here is the payoff.
ようやく戻ってきたのか。
Lunch.
カヤから話を聞いた。
Alright,
まったく
that's at least reasonable, I suppose.
Yep, remember, we got her the knife, we got her the fish, and we got her a plate to serve it on.
すぐ他のお膳も持ってくるからね。
セイバーカヤ、それにその器、以前俺たちがアリアに渡したものじゃないか。一体どういう風の吹き回しだ？
器も食材もここに至るまでの数々のお願い事はすべて今日この時のためでしたのよ。ほら、お月様の輝きは変わらないけれど、お天気次第で
See, the metaphor's getting
さ
better.
まざまな顔を見せてくれますでしょ。
That's slightly better, yes.
柔らかな顔。
It's Arya, it takes her like 3 days to finish the metaphor, it's alright.
Yeah, like my head still hurts from this.
Oh
my God.
God.
Brevity is the soul of wit.
Yeah, she's got no wits. What's your point?
Ugh.
She's witless.
私
Head empty, plate full.
Ugh. Just shut up and feed the man.
いろいろなお顔を見られるのか。そんな時、お料理をするカヤ様を見て、ピーンと来たの
What?
ですわ。
It all pulled into focus is a very liberal translation from what Arya just said. She like what she said was closer to be a light turned on. It was a very childish way of putting it because it's Arya.
そういうわけだったのだな。
This is a cute pic. This is a cute shot, though.
ですが、包丁だけではどうしようもなく、お料理などやったことありませんでしたもの。こう見えても、その
Rather privileged back. Everybody's competing on understatements today.
そこでいい
Yeah, it used to be fastened to the backside of a troublesome fox spirit.
Christ.
Don't have to do a lot of cooking when you're a magical tale.
カヤ様と私の秘密のお料理特訓が始まったのです。
で、その成果がこれということか。それならそうと初めから言ってくれれば。
もう、いおり様ったら。それでは、驚いたお顔が見られないでしょ。どうぞ、遠慮なく召し上がって。そして、
It's like,
This is
Hold me back,
so
hold me back,
creepy.
hold me back.
キャットさんほど上手ではありませんけれど、私なりに精一杯作りましたのよ。
キャット
I will not explain Tamamo Cat. Not yet. That'll be for much later.
作りましたの？
Suits me. I've had enough Tamamo today. I'm at my Tamamo limit.
貴殿の並ならぬ努力の結晶。
That is a pretty damn good looking spread, though. Like she is the cringiest person since cringe came to Cringe Town. But I'll give it to her. That's a damn fine spread.
私、そのお顔が見たかったのですわ。 早速こちらにお座りになって。私の手で食べさせて差し上げますわ。
いや、さすがにそれは。
I'll feed myself,
兄
damn
ちゃん
it.
ってば何を恥ずかしがってるの？せっかく
Kaya, she's so cringe.
Yeah, and Kaya gets to watch the cringe envelop her brother. Like, it's a
hate
sibling's
everything.
duty. It's a sibling's duty to basically put their other, like, you know, their brother or sister into a cringy situation.
Fuck.
素敵なお顔なのでしょう。
Look, I know what this is like. I have been dragged to a maid cafe in Japan before.
Yeah, and like I'm
By
suddenly
a sibling.
thankful. I'm suddenly thankful that my sister and I have mostly ignored each other rather than done this bullshit. That one Calvin and Hobbes comic that ends with Calvin bruised and beaten up and stating I don't care about being accepted. I'll settle for being ignored. That's me. That's me right now.
次はどんなお顔が見られるのかしら。私、今度は泣いたお顔が見たいですわ。覚悟してください。
She is at her core a Tamamo.
I
Never
am
forget
going
that.
to drink until I pass out to erase all of this.
Hopefully not using any of her you know, her originator's ball destroying techniques.
Everclear is the start. We'll see where I end up.
Because Tamamo no Mei definitely has a large variety of strikes to the groin for adulterous men. In her own words, other deities may forgive polygamy, but she shall not.
I ain't gonna like. The only thing I'm gonna do after seeing that is get drunk and pass out. Jesus.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's a thing, but that is the last of the Arya digressions.
Thank God.
So she is now just a background character. She won't be featuring much unless she has like a really big role in like the finale for the other story paths we're doing. Because I haven't actually done that yet, and I didn't get to do it before I had to sort of wipe my entire save file before starting everything. So there's some stuff even I don't know what could be happening next. But we've still got more digressions to go next time because, well, we've got Rogue Saber's true name and Rogue Lance's true name to find out, and if I'm recalling correctly, there might even be a little bit of cleanup to happen in the aftermath of Tsuchimikado Yasuhiro's murder. So until then, I've been the Last Robokai,
And I have been Cool Guy.
and we'll see y'all next time for Fate Samurai Remnant. Bring your smiling face.